Jnanakosha, Puranas, Introduction.
Sargascha pratisargascha vamsho manvantaraani cha vamshanucharitanchaiva Puranam Panchalakshanam.
Uttara Khanda, Padma Purana. The decline of the Yadu dynasty. Parvati was listening to the divine tales of Sri Krishna with rapt attention. Lord Mahadeva told Parvati, Panduraka was the king of Kashi. He did an austere penance for 12 years to please me. When I appeared before him, he requested me to make his appearance look like Sri Krishna. I blessed him with an appearance similar to that of Sri Krishna. People became confused as to who the real Krishna was. One day Narada arrived at Kashi and castigated Pandurak by saying that his intention of fooling people would not meet success as long as real Krishna was alive. Pandurak went to Dwaraka with a large army and challenged Sri Krishna for a duel. Sri Krishna severed the imprisonator's head with his chakra. Meanwhile, Jarasandha continued to torment the Yadavas. Sri Krishna decided to settle the matter for once for all. He advised Bhima to challenge Jarasandha for a wrestling bout. Jarasandha and Bhima fought valiantly for 27 days. While both of them were fighting, Sri Krishna signaled Bhima to tear apart Jarasandha's thighs. After the killing of Jarasandha, Sri Krishna released all the kings who had been imprisoned by him. After the great war of Mahabharata had ended, Yudhishthira decided to perform a Rajasuya Yajna at Indraprastha. Sri Krishna also went there to bless the Pandavas. Shishupala was also present at the ceremony. He had an old grudge against Sri Krishna and started abusing him. Initially, Sri Krishna tried to overlook his abuses, but when situation went beyond repair, Sri Krishna severed his head with his chakra. Dantavaktra attacked Mathura to avenge the death of Shishupala. A long battle was fought at the bank of river Yamuna, which continued for many days. Ultimately, Sri Krishna was successful in killing Dantavaktra with his mace. There was a childhood friend of Sri Krishna whose name was Sudama. He was a poor Brahmin. Once he went to meet Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna, being an incarnation of the Almighty, immediately understood the precarious situation his poor friend was living in. He blessed Sudama, as a result of which he got rid of his poverty and became prosperous. Sri Krishna had 1 crore sons from his 16,000 queens. Pradyumna was his eldest son. The Yadavas dominated the whole earth and had become arrogant after being intoxicated by their power. There is an interesting tale how this powerful Yadava dynasty met their downfall. Once some young Yadavas played a prank with sage Kanva, which caused the downfall of the Yadavas. One day some Yadava children went to the bank of river Narmada, where sage Kanva was doing penance. Shambha was one of those Yadava children. He disguised himself as a pregnant woman by keeping a pestle under his clothes. All the Yadava children then went near sage Kanva and asked him as to when was the pregnant woman supposed to deliver a child, whose Kanva furiously cursed them that the whole clan of Yadavas would be liquidated because of that very pestle. All the children were scared and told Sri Krishna about the mistake they had made. Sri Krishna ordered that the iron pestle be crushed to powder and be thrown into a pond. But that was not the end of the matter. As long as reeds grew all around the pond, the reeds had very sharp edges. A fish swallowed a small part of that iron pestle and was subsequently caught by a fowler, who retrieved that iron piece from the fish and fixed it on the top of his arrow. In course of time, all the Yadavas developed enmity among themselves and killed each other with those sharp-edged trees. Once Sri Krishna was taking rest under the shade of Kalpa tree. The fowler mistook his pink foot to be that of a deer and pierced it with his arrow. When the fowler arrived at the spot, he found Sri Krishna in an injured condition. The fowler regretted his action and begged for Sri Krishna's pardon. Sri Krishna consoled the fowler by saying that he had committed no crime. Meanwhile, Daruk arrived there on his chariot. Sri Krishna instructed Daruk to call Arjuna as soon as possible. Arjuna arrived at the site within a short time. Sri Krishna told Arjuna, "The time for my final departure has arrived. Please call all my 8 queen consorts." Arjuna rushed towards Dwarka to summon the queen, but Sri Krishna had already left for his heavenly abode before he could come back with the queens. Arjuna informed the queens about Sri Krishna's injury. In a short time, the news spread like a wildfire, and all the residents of Dwarka rushed towards the site of incident. After reaching there, the 8 queen consorts of Krishna found that their beloved husband had already departed. All of them gave up their lives and united with Sri Krishna. The great Yadavas like Vasudev, Uttara and Akrur followed suit. Balram could not bear the sorrow caused by Sri Krishna's separation and he gave up his life. His wife Revati entered the burning fire with her husband's body in her lap. Similarly, all the rest of Sri Krishna's family members like Rukmani's daughters, Pradyumna, Usha and Anuruddha left for heavenly abode. Arjuna performed the last rites of all the dead Yadavas. Eventually, Dwarka got submerged into the ocean. Thus, Sri Krishna, after having liberated the earth from all the sinners, left his mortal body. After completing his story, Lord Mahadeva told Parvati that Sri Krishna takes incarnation whenever there is a predominance of sin and sinners. He also revealed to her that Sri Krishna would incarnate as Kalki at the fag end of Kali Yuga to liquidate the Malechas. Rituals of Vishnu worship. Describing about the rituals connected with the worship of Lord Vishnu, Lord Mahadeva told Parvati, a devotee can worship Lord Vishnu by making his idol. This mode of worship is known as Sthapita. There are also some sacred places related with Lord Vishnu which are called Swayam Vyakta, self-manifested, like Indrajumna Sarovar, Kashi, Prayag, Dwaraka, Naimisaranya, Mathura. In all these holy places, Lord Vishnu had manifested himself. A devotee should get up early in the morning and perform Achamanam. He should then chant the holy name of Lord Vishnu. He should take his bath and sit down to worship Lord Vishnu. A devotee should install idols of Lakshmi, Narayana, on a beautiful pedestal and adorn it with flowers. He should then make offerings of various articles like akshat, fruits, flowers to the deity. While worshipping, it is most necessary that a devotee follows the rituals as mentioned in the ancient scriptures like Shruti, Smriti, Vedas. He should chant the shlokas of Purusha Sukta as well as the cryptic mantra for the accomplishment of Shodapachara. He should light a ghee lamp and make offerings of articles like camphor and betel leaves to Lord Vishnu. While making offerings in the sacrificial fire, chanting of a shloka either from Purusha Sukta or Sri Sukta is mandatory. There are some specific days which are considered to be specially auspicious for the worship of Lord Vishnu. Amavasya, Saturday, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. Lord Vishnu, the Almighty God. Describing about the superiority of Lord Vishnu among the Trinity gods, sage Vasistha narrated the following tale. During ancient times, Swayambhu Manu had once gone to Mandarachal mountain to perform a yajna. Many scholars and learned men had come to attend that yajna. Very soon they got into a debate as to who was the supreme among all the deities. Some of them eulogized the greatness of Brahma, while some said that Lord Shiva was the greatest of all the deities. Failing to come to any conclusion, all of them requested sage Bhrigu to find out as to who was the greatest among the Trinity gods. Sage Bhrigu went to meet Lord Shiva at Kailasha mountain. He saw Nandi standing guard at the main entrance. Sage Bhrigu arrogantly ordered Nandi to inform Lord Shiva of his arrival. Nandi refused to comply with Bhrigu's command. Sage Bhrigu cursed Lord Shiva by saying, "Your master Shiva would bear the consequence of showing disrespect to me. From today onwards, people would make offerings for forbidden articles to me." Sage Bhrigu then went to meet Lord Brahma. After reaching Brahmaloka, he made salutations to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma also did not give any respect to Sage Bhrigu and neglected him. Sage Bhrigu became furious and cursed Lord Brahma, "Being intoxicated by your Rajoguna, you have shown disrespect to me. From today onwards, people will not worship you." Sage Bhrigu then went to meet Lord Vishnu at his abode, Kshetrasagra. He did not have any problem in reaching the place where Lord Vishnu was taking rest on Sheshanag, engrossed in his Yoga Nidra. Goddess Lakshmi was pressing Vishnu's legs with total devotion. Sage Bhrigu kicked Lord Vishnu on his chest. Lord Vishnu woke up and seeing Sage Bhrigu said, "O great Brahmin, your tender foot must have got hurt because of my chest, which is as hard as Vajra. How blessed I am to have been touched by a Brahmin's foot." Lord Vishnu got up and eulogized Sage Bhrigu. This gesture of Lord Vishnu made Sage Bhrigu cry in joy. Now he was convinced as to who was the supreme among all the three deities. Sage Bhrigu returned to Mandarachal mountain, where all the sages were anxiously Lord Brahma is the possessor of Rajoguna, while Lord Shiva possesses Tamoguna. Only Lord Vishnu is the proud possessor of Sattvaguna, and hence he is the supreme among all the three of them. After finishing his tale, sage Vasishtha told the sages that anybody who worships Lord Vishnu with complete faith and total devotion becomes liberated from all his sins. A devotee of Lord Vishnu attains to Vishnu Loka after his death. Parshuram. Describing Lord Vishnu's incarnation as Parshuram, Lord Mahadeva told Parvati, sage Jamadagni came from the lineage of Bhrigu. He had pleased Indra by his tremendous penance and received Surabhi cow in return. In course of time, he married the daughter of King Renu, whose name was Renuka. A child was born to them, who was named Ram by sage Bhrigu. The child was also known as Jamadagnya because of Jamadagni. After growing up, Ram became proficient in all the scriptures. He also mastered various weaponaries. One day, the king of Haya, named Arjun, arrived at the hermitage of Jamadagni. Sage Jamadagni treated the king with due honor and respect. He presented numerous gifts to the king. Arjun wanted nothing else but the Surabhi cow from sage Jamadagni, which he was unwilling to part away with. Ultimately, Arjun forcibly took away the divine cow. The cow was unwilling to go along with Arjun, and he attacked his army with her sharp horn. As a result, Arjun's whole army was liquidated within no time. The vengeful Arjun killed Jamadagni. At the time of this incident, Ram was not present in the hermitage. Ram wanted to avenge his father's death and did tremendous penance to please Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu became pleased by his devotion and presented many divine weapons to him. The weapons included the famous axe Purusha and Vaishnava. After conquering Purusha from Lord Vishnu, Ram became famous as Parshuram. He had vowed to kill all the Kshatriyas, which he did only. The clan of Ikshvaku was spared by him, as he had promised his mother that he would not harm Ikshvaku and his clan. After freeing the earth from the terror of Kshatriyas, Parshuram performed an Ashwamedha Yajna and donated his whole kingdom to the Brahmins. He then went to do penance at the hermitage of Naranarayana.